This is awesome. I'm loving it.
Look at that guy now, looking good. Duncan needs to spun around and freaking stuff's being ran over, but the zoas are all looking great. Just crabs just chilling. Gordy and I built all this plumbing. Right now it's kind of looped off and plugged and stuff. The bulkheads are closed, but that one's open to keep water from backing, like filling up, because we had a slight drip. It's kind of dry right now, right here. So Gordy's trying to fix that, seal that up. Yeah, that's what we're working on. I mean, it hasn't been much water. Strip some nasty stuff out too. That's good. Tons of nasty stuff out. That's really good. So super excited for all that. It's coming along really, really well. Looking super, super good. We've been just going crazy. And then I'm working on building this sump refugium right now. So this is the whole sump system with the skimmer, my import, my media, some more media and sponge, my return, and then the refugium. Got another Kessel A80. This is a tuna flora blue instead of a tuna blue sun or whatever the other one is, tuna blue. This one's the refugium light. And then I'll have sand, rock in here, and some microalgae, maybe a fish or two. Super excited for all this. This is going to be awesome. Coming along really, really well. So this will probably be 20-ish gallons with how high I have my fill here, 15 to 20. And then as well with I think a 15 or 10 or 15, 20 gallon sump on this side. Not sure how much exactly, but this thing's going to be doing great for the 75 gallon tank. 150 gallon tank for Gordy's Oscars and stuff, so that we can move the saltwater tank up into here. And so this is drilled and everything. It's got whole ports back there. So I'm gonna move everything up and then pull the 55 out. I got this cool return pump thing and some fittings and stuff, bulkheads and stuff that I might need. You know, just kind of got a mess going on. I picked up one of those return kits, little bulkheads and stuff. We'll have one little bit coming from the refugium up with the pump that's gonna have soft line to a barb or something. And then over here I've got this is Gordy's old tank where the cichlids and the Oscars were. Now the cichlids, the Oscars, the pleco, all that stuff's in this massive 150 gallon tank, and they're loving it. So they're in here. Well, currently we have that tube on there because our plumbing isn't hooked up. See, we've got this system going on, so that one is open because we were trying to work on something. We had a leak, but we got it kind of fixed now, so we're not leaking anymore from this tube. And then that's dry in there as well, so we're looking pretty good on Gordy's side of things. We're gonna move the canister filter I have is a 200 gallon canister filter, so we're gonna move it to the 150 gallon, and then we're gonna move all of my stuff into the 75 here. So I got some more rock work, just picked up some generic, you know, kind of like didn't really pick anything out, just got some rocks. Gonna kind of something similar to this but not this, kind of trying to work on a tunnel in and out scape kind of thing for them. The whole idea and reason, besides Gordo's fish needing a bigger tank, for me moving to this one is the depth. Right now mine's only 12 inches wide and kind of has a one-dimensional rockscape where the wave, like I have the wave maker set this way right now, so they're blowing this way, but ultimately I'd like to have the gyre sideways and just blast it across the tank and be able to use higher, you know, more amounts of the gyre, because I can only use so much of its strength right now. Man, the Duncan looks good. But so I can only use so much of its strength right now. I got pom-pom floating in there for the refugium. Working on all this stuff, going crazy. It's getting good though. I'm super excited for all of it. Yeah, so kind of have the rocks more staggered and offset from each other down the bottom. I've got all my sand here. Everyone's told me when you're upgrading tanks, moving tanks, get new sand, and that the water doesn't really hold much good bacteria. It does hold a little bit, but like not really. Most of it's just your levels. You use the old water or some of the old water, 50% of the old water, to keep your levels good. You want to try and get the same pH, the same temp and everything that you've been running for your corals and stuff, because I mean you want all that stuff to be looking awesome and popping off. So trying to do our thing. We'll get it all moved over as best we can. I just drilled for those two bad boys and added all that. I need my holes aren't the nicest, I know, don't judge me, but so those are there. Those are the old holes for when Gordy's tank was up top. I shifted it over, drilled new holes. Hopefully the tank should be perfectly in the middle now. I measured out center, went out to the sides, 48, 48, well 24, 24. Got it all figured out. In total, this was 62 1/4, so that's 31 1/8. And just kind of nailed it all out. It looks like we'll have perfect room for the fridge next to the tank. Mapped it out on this side too. Got our lines for where we want it. And then we'll be running plumbing down behind and everything. 3/4 inch is, I believe, what we're running. This is what this is. Looks like that's what the thread of the bulkheads are. Gordy's is plumbed with 1/2 inch, well 3/4 inch plumbing pipe, but 1/2 inch thread on those. We're gonna try and run as little soft line as possible. We'll have, so this is the sump side of things. This is the refugium side of things. There's gonna be sand and rock in here, a couple pods, all that good stuff. Some pom-pom maybe, trying to figure that out. On this side, I'm gonna have my return pump here, sponge and some media style rock stuff there in the middle one, and then in the big one here, all of the stuff that's currently in my canister filter to get the sump started. And then in this side over here, filter sock and a skimmer. So I already got the filter sock, got some of the stuff going. Well, the upgrade is going down. Sorry, Gordy and I did not film a lot of this, but I already got some rock structure growing on. This is drying. Got an upper sand bed there. It's pretty deep, pretty thick. Super excited for that. And then it goes into this super sick cave. So super excited for all this. Just barely away from the glass. Just enough. I should be able to clean it all. Yeah, so I got the Clarify pack or whatever in there for now. Working on some plumbing in the back. That should blast in the cave. That should blast over there. The gyre's probably gonna stand vertical here and blast a carpet along the front. Maybe, I don't know, I might mix it up because I can change its directions and stuff. And then I'll have one of these two wave makers potentially back here, breaking it up again. I don't know, I'm gonna figure it all out, get the flow right, get the turbulence right and everything. Oh, it's so sweet though. This is some super sick rock work. Had to do some epoxy and stuff. Yeah, it's actually really, really exciting. So there's 20 gallons in there right now, and that's where it's sitting, which is so much more water than we had before. Before we only had 45 gallons of water in here total. And 45 definitely is gonna be a lot less than what we have total with the sump and everything down here too. My microalgae just got pulled out of the magnet. Super exciting stuff. So guys, I'm all set up and rocking. Right here, this guy is permanent, how I want it done. Over here, definitely needs some work, but I like it. I mean, it's a little crowded and clustered, a lot going on, but I like the shelf work here. I like the back cave going on there. The fish have been going all over. Like the little blue guy, he's running around. We don't even know where he's at right now. The cardinal's been hanging out over here. The clownfish, they love this side. They usually, in the old tank, they'd hang out right in the middle here. Now they hang out right there underneath that arch. They love it. They're hanging out. They get the wave maker coming through here, so they're jamming right now. This guy, he's jamming. So everything's coming along really, really well. Trying to get my height and everything figured perfectly out. I think I might need to speed up my flow just a little bit. Trying to figure out, I want 9 inches of water here. 9 inches is at that mark there, so we're right below 9 inches. Skimmer, they say should have 9 inches. I started it with like 8.5 last night, and it wasn't the end of the world. It didn't bubble over or anything. Works great. Just trying to get everything set up and going. Need to get it kind of organized. Easy access sponges and things like that need to be moved around. That's all the media straight out of my canister filter, so it's not the nicest right now. But trying to get everything to move down here. All the copepods, all the good stuff to move down there. I do have sea gel right above it, and some matrix rocks on the other side right above it. And then some matrix rocks also on top of the sponge, and then under the floss. And then got heaters all over. I got a heater down here in the sump, the refugium with the live rock. This is my main big live rock in the old tank. Now it's holding all the pom-pom and the macroalgae down. I did dose with a 1/2 gallon of copepods. Been feeding some phytoplankton. Yeah, it's coming along really, really well. Super excited for all this stuff. Want to try and grow a mangrove tree out of my sand bed there. That's kind of what my brain's telling me to do. He's jamming right now, really in the wave. But it's looking really good. Super excited for all of it. Yeah. I mean, it's not the end of the world for it to be below that thing, I don't think. Still need to finish setting up my auto top off, getting my cords cleaned up. It's kind of chaotic. It is my first sump. Still trying to figure out all my best ways to do everything. And getting it all lined out the way I want it. You know, we'll come to you with more updates. Marco Rocks. I got these rocks from Marco Rocks. I use Marco Rocks epoxy on all this. Hold all that together. And then this is kind of just all sitting on each other and all crazy like. So we got maroon clowns, blue wrasse, another fish I'm not sure what it is, purple tang,
Yeah, I don't know what that
pistol goby, or I mean pistol shrimp, and a goby pair, some conches, some hermits. Okay, so pretty much where I'm at is this is another fish tank now. I've got some macroalgae and stuff on the way to go in here. It's got live rock, like flow maker UV sterilizer thing back there. And then it flows over, little waterfall there into here, and then it all returns back up. And this has got the skimmer and everything. I need to actually empty, or no, maybe not yet, but I did empty and clean that on Thursday. I got to empty and clean eventually, but the clam, you know, she didn't make it, but everything else is still that guy. You know, I fed him a piece of krill instead of a whole cube, and then Looking for the eel right now. Look, I got a little baby nem growing. It was on this rock when I bought it with the Ganipora, or the small short tentacle Ganipora, and it came off the rock and went under there. And then there was, I think this is the rock that I saw the Aptasia on, but yeah, it's right there. I'm staring right at it right there. So I was thinking, since the rock's by itself, I'll just pull the rock out and Aptasia F it. I might have killed that one coral with the high nitrates. It was more, I might be too much light too. I might have bleached it, but it was more green and like yellowish before, and now it's kind of just white. That one's still red, same kind of coral, but it's still red. I don't know, I'm not sure. Trying to get this thing all encrusted is my goal. Some flower nems. I got 2 flower nems down here. One right up top there and one down here. Right there, it's hard to see. I gotta top up my auto top off. I think it's yelling at me. Okay. Still don't see the eel. He saw him. He came out to the bottom and then he went back into his rock or something. Urchin going to town on the seaweed. Tang is like, what the heck, dude? It's all right, we got 2 of them. One of my nems, dude. One of my nems took a trip and got a haircut, so we're hoping for the best. It didn't lose any feet or anything, get torn up too much. It's my macroalgae down here, all getting pulled towards the pump, but I'm gonna get a bunch more Kato and stuff thrown here. I got a little bit of algae growing, and then some over here and on top of this rock, down over here. So I need to get in, go ham on all that. Loving it. That's gonna conclude it for this video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll see you in the next one.